Cowherd starts right now.
Undisputed.
Here we go on a packed Wednesday in Los Angeles. This is The Herd, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. We're on iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and right here, FS1. We'll drop by the NFL Combine a couple of times today. The always interesting Chris Haynes on the NBA, Chris Sims in the NFL. Joy Taylor is joining me. Joy, how are you?
I'm doing great. Good morning.
Good morning to everybody. Boston, we have a problem. This rebuild for the Celtics has gone really, really well. Got the owner of the Celtics and Danny Ainge. Gone really well. Got the right coach. Got the players. Drafted well. Didn't have to pay much for, Gordon Hayward just fell into their lap. It's all worked really well. And now they have a blip, and it's a major blip. And they'll get off the blip really quickly, and it's Kyrie Irving. Now, I tend to think regular season basketball doesn't mean a lot. It's a lot of flexing. It's a lot of ego. It's a lot of vanity. It's a lot of stat padding. Once you get to the playoffs, the reality becomes guys put their egos aside. They know everybody's watching. You are really defined in the NBA by your playoff stuff. The egos go away, and the Celtics will be fine. But they're not fine today. They got blown out last night. And after the game, Marcus Smart said, we're not together at all. Last couple of years, we were together. Becoming stronger. We're not there. It's just taken time. The potential's there. It's a matter of time. They're now, by the way, after a blowout loss last night, 0 for 5 in their last 5 games with Kyrie Irving. 6-0 in their last 6 without him. Boston, we got a problem. Do not confuse most talented with most valuable. It doesn't work that way in a lot of businesses. Kyrie Irving is the most talented Celtic. And he's got a ring and a movie, and he's the most exciting, and he's the best finisher. Yes. Checks all the boxes. He is not one of their top 2 assets. The owner of the Boston Celtics and the general manager, in this exact order, consider their top 3 assets: Brad Stevens, head coach; Jason Tatum, rising star; and number 3, Kyrie Irving. And it's in that order. That's what the owner and the GM see. And last night, the number 3 asset, Kyrie Irving, glibly kind of called out the number 1 asset. After playing miserably, and this is a guy, Kyrie Irving, that did not back up his commitment to the Celtics. He's talking about trade stuff all the time. A reporter said, Brad talked about you guys defensively have been taking shortcuts. And Kyrie's response was, I don't know, that's up to Brad. Oh, no, it's not. Danny Ainge read that too, and the owner read that too. Okay, the owner and the GM of this team, Kyrie Irving, flaky Kyrie, won't commit, won't play defense, glib after losses, whining about hallway discussions with KD that a microphone picks up. He is their 3rd asset. And more than ever, I don't think they're backing up the Brinks truck for Kyrie. And this has a domino effect. I think this means that Danny Ainge is not going to go with Anthony Davis either, who's also sort of waffling on his interest in Boston. Does it guarantee that Anthony Davis gets the Lakers? I think it helps that cause. Does it mean Kyrie goes to the Knicks? I think it helps this cause. But right now, Kyrie is an impediment to winning. Last 5 with him, lost. Last 6 without him, won. And last night, he called out the number 1 asset. It's not a player. It's Brad Stevens. That's their owner and their GM's belief. The culture starts with their version of Belichick. And after that, it's Jason Tatum. 20 years old, never been hurt, long shoots, coachable, gets along. Last year at 19, took the team and put him on their shoulders. But I still contend Boston will figure it out. But Kyrie needs to realize he's the most talented. He's not the most valuable. He is number 3 on the asset board upstairs. Let me shift to this. Last night was one of those moments that a Steph Curry or a LeBron or a James Harden would have embraced. They would have made it fun. A little 10-year-old boy sidelines, and I have a 12-year-old son. This is what 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old boys do. He touched Russell Westbrook right next to him. Russell Westbrook's an icon in America, a little boy. He touched him. By the way, you can imagine that Steph Curry would have turned around and done something funny. And LeBron would have turned around and done something funny. I mean, we've had LeBron embrace guys who hit half-court shots and roll on the floor with him. You know, James Harden, the beard, would have done something funny. Most of the stars in the NBA would have. Remember when LeBron James guy had a half-court shot? You remember this piece of video? It's one of my favorite LeBron videos ever. Guy hit a half-court shot, and LeBron came over and jumped on him and rolled on the floor. Remember how funny that was? How great that is? So last night, little 10-year-old boy, little boys are goofy. Little boys, you know, you got to just keep them from running into cars. They're goofy. He touched Westbrook, and here was Westbrook after the game.
He hit me, so I told his dad, you know, just be careful, man. You can't have your son just hitting random people. I don't know him, he don't know me, so just let him know, like, you know what I'm saying, like, just got to control your kids. It's that simple. For all the fans, though, you know, it's too much leeway, man, for the fans to be able to touch the players and get away with it, and then we can't react, and, you know, and do the things that we need to do to protect ourselves. They can say what they want, as long as it's, you know, respectful. But the touching is, to me, is off limits.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, it's borderline assault. I can't believe Russell's playing tonight, doesn't have reconstructive surgery. Russell, this is who you become. You can't answer a question at a press conference. You walk off the floor at Utah and you can't take an iPhone picture. A little 10-year-old boy came up. He's probably too close to the court, but you're like an American superstar, and a little 10-year-old boy touched you. Russell, you've moved into the weird category. Like, I've always known you were wired differently. But I read another story yesterday about Westbrook where Steven Adams, his teammate, talks about the Westbrook rule. The Westbrook rule, that you can't talk to any opposing players. Steven Adams talked about that too.
You did not even the nicest look or whatever. So it's like, so I did learn that. But then spending a lot of time with him, and he's getting to know me, I did, like, say, Tabo. There's an exception there, right? Maybe Serge. Yeah, there's certain ones that you could kind of go over and, like, maybe hug. I'm still feeling this out. So I might be told off here and there. So I'm still feeling the way out. Look him off, and then I see where Russell's looking. Quickly go and put a quick hug. Yeah, quick.
Yeah, I mean,
no, I wasn't doing anything, Russ.
Yeah. I mean, Westbrook's gone into the weird category. Like, Michael Jordan was intense. Like, Michael Jordan punched a teammate. But Michael Jordan could shut it off. This is why Westbrook, you can't build around him. He's never going to win a title. You can get in his head this easily. The media gets in his head. His shot's broken. You know that's psychological. A 10-year-old boy touches him. Steven Adams, you can't look at players, but there's these weird exceptions. I mean, come on. I mean, and this really is indicative of what his game is. Utah fans got in his head last year. For all the fans in the NBA, watch this tape. No, this is how easy to get into Russell Westbrook's head. Westbrook, that's why he's shooting 64% at the free throw line. It's not because he forgot how to shoot. It's not because his hands became like, you know, like Kareem's hands, where they were almost so big you couldn't get the right grip on the ball, or Shaq. This was a former elite free throw shooter who can now not shoot a free throw. And this is worthy of the kid hit me? No, he's a little boy. I mean, I understand security stars, they're drunks. Little boy probably had Kool-Aid, not beers, not bourbon, not wine spritzers. Probably had Kool-Aid. You're a star. He touched you, kind of fascinated. That's it. Go give him a hug. Give him a high five. Don't lecture his dad on how to parent. This is just exhibit number 395, why Westbrook doesn't get it. And I would never in a million years build around him. Just think of how Steph Curry would have handled that. Or LeBron James would have handled that. Or James Harden would have handled that. Yeah. Borderline assault. So you can't look at you can't look at opponents. Kids can't touch you. Keep waving the pom-poms for him, but so far I've been right. He has become exactly what we said he is and would be. You can't shut it off. Can't even have a local media question. Blows up. First round, yelling, screaming, swiping at fans. It's embarrassing. I mean, at some point, this is Russell Westbrook. This has become your brand. You're kind of weird. You're too intense guy at work. You can't just go out and have a beer after work, play a game of pool. Can't. Sorry if it's personal, but you make it personal. You made it personal with a 10-year-old boy last night. You're a little off. Coming up next, I had a dinner last night in Los Angeles. A little sourcing last night on the situation with the Lakers, which is getting messy and messier in the next 30 days. I'll tell you about that. Plus, we'll go to the NFL Combine with an NFL GM. It's got a lot of heat on him. Maybe has a year left, and he also has the #1 pick in the NFL draft. That's coming up. If you haven't tried the delicious, high-quality meat from Butcher Box, you're going to be blown away. They bring you meat the way it's meant to be. Unbelievable flavor, unparalleled nutrition, and they work closely with the best farms and companies committed to raising animals humanely, ethically. Grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, wild-caught sockeye salmon from Alaska. Butcher Box has over 20 different cuts of meat to choose from. Variety of customized boxes. Add to that an affordable price. Free shipping. Yep, free shipping. You can get a month's worth of Butcher Box meat, salmon, chicken, pork, beef for less than $6 a meal. It's offering my listeners right now free ground beef for the life of your subscription and $20 off your first box. But first, you got to sign up at butcherbox.com/herd. Butcherbox.com/HE.